The squirrel was magic!
Greetings, Earthlings.
Juice in the Morning here. We are unpredictable talk radio for Indianapolis. If you want to follow us on social media, our Instagram is at Juice in the AM. Our Twitter is at Juice in the AM. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Juice in the Morning. If you want to follow us personally, where can we find you, Johnny?
If you're on Twitter, you can follow me at JB_Juice in the AM. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, it's Jonathan D. Boughton. If you can't spell my last name, that's your own fault.
And since I am the Juice himself, you can follow me at Juice85OR7 on all social media. Once again, you can find us on podcast apps such as Apple Podcasts, Anchor.fm, Google Play, and you can stream us on Spotify.
Time to blast off, and we'll see you in space, bitches.
Juice in the morning!
Beware your human heart. This is a Diabolical Index for June 10th, 2019, where the pages of the uncanny reside. I'm Corey Dawson, as always, from Moreland Manor in spacious, what is it considered, North College Hill? North College Hill, Ohio. And I have to say, it was pretty neck and neck for the Goosebumps. Reader beware, you choose the scare this time. It was a really close race. It was cutthroat. And then in the clinch, we have the winner. The Curse of the Creeping Coffin, number 8. Goosebumps, Reader beware, you choose the scare. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, let's see here. We're out there. Something like that. All right. So, yeah, this has been well recommended, well requested. Everybody's here. Emily's here. Tom Gully from the Tom Gully Show is here. Roman Joe Sart, Studio 605. Josh DeForge of Running Scared Motion Pictures. Betty Rocksteady. Betty, it's so awesome to have you back. If any of you caught the special interview episode this last weekend, it was a total blast. Definitely check out her latest book, In Dreams We Rot. I think that's it. In Dreams We Rot. Coming on October. I'm going to have her back on. I know I missed a bunch of people. I think Tyler and Ashley from Caffeine and Kush. I almost forgot that one. Caffeine and Kush, brand new. Podcast Daddy in the house. Make sure you check that out, as well as Ashley Zombie live for her gaming on Magic Squirrel Network. Angela Jones is here. Let's see. Oh my gosh, everybody's coming in from Black Books and the Mask of the Red Books Club, something like that. I was told that might be slightly off from what they call it, but anyway. So let's see. R.L. Stine, the man, the myth, the legend, does not look like Jack Black, by the way. But he does show up in that movie, so I thought that was pretty cool. Guten Tag, Jonathan from Juice in the Morning. Everybody's showing up. If I missed anyone, snap back at me. It's moving by real fast. So let's see here. The blurb on the back says, "They're real deadheads." You're off to what? Okay. It's like, what is there? Is there a bug on my face? You're off to visit your grandmother, whose house backs up to a graveyard. At first, the tombstones seem far away, but every day they move a little closer. Then you discover the headstones are disappearing, but the dead aren't gone. Their ghosts are moving right into your grandmother's house. If you decide to stay, you must battle a warrior ghost. Ooh, shit, I didn't know it was going up there. Warrior ghost, all right. If you decide to run, one of the kid ghosts follows you home. Will you be haunted for the rest of your life? The choice is yours in a scary Goosebumps adventure that's packed with over 20 super spooky endings. I have to say, last time around, I was really impressed with, I don't know, I guess the level of faith that Earl Stein had in his readers, his younger readers, because it didn't cop out like a lot of the choose your own adventures we have do, where it either, I mean, I guess it did. There were a couple of times where if you weren't going where the book quite wanted you to go, then you ended up, whatever choice you made, it just kind of like circled back around or whatever. But I noticed that with that last one, there wasn't necessarily the happiest of endings. So, and yes, Mr. Gully is correct. Hopefully but hey, I haven't looked at it. I never look at these beforehand. So, hopefully Todd will not resurrect himself in this book. So, Todd, for all I know, Todd's in all the books. Maybe he's like a reoccurring character. That never, no, not yet. That never dies. Who knows? Hard to say. But because, if anyone was around for that one, definitely check out, I think it was like the Mystery of Werewolf Woods. Something like that from last time. Something like that. It's probably in here somewhere. But something with the Werewolf Woods. But if you're around for that, The Night in Werewolf Woods, number 5. I saw it in the beginning. He definitely wasn't quite what he seemed. So, yeah, give me that book cam and I'll show everybody what they missed. But yeah, absolutely. Oh, Stu Brown coming in from Florida, checking us out yet once again. Congratulations to Stu and his main squeeze, Natalie, on their fantastic run. They have a I don't even know what you call it. I think it's called an ARG. It's kind of like this immersive story, like a multimedia story thing going on Reddit right now. It's fantastic. It's called Brighter Futures. Definitely check that out. Anyway, but here's the last one we did, Night in Werewolf Woods. Definitely check out that episode. It's been an interesting few days. Oh yeah, the pterodactyl. I don't want to tell them everything. I want them to go check out the episode, but definitely that was an interesting one, and it really surprised me at every turn. So that was a lot of fun. I'm sure this one will be too. Just to let you know, where am I at now?
You're back over there.
Okay.
Did you book him again?
No, that's fine. So,
I got your setup.
reader beware. Well, are you? Where am I at?
You can share the book over here if you want.
Okay, here's what you missed. Here's the loser for tonight, much to the dismay of Mark Reynolds. He really wanted the purple peanut butter, but what are you gonna do? So without further ado, let's go into this here. Beware. Do not read this book from beginning to end. You can't believe it. You stare out the window of the creepy cemetery in your grandmother's backyard. The graves are moving. You're sure of it. Then you turn to see an even more frightening sight. Your grandmother's house is haunted by ghosts. Lots of ghosts. Evil ghosts who want you. Okay. Why are the creeping coffins creeping? Do you stay to find out, or do you race home, even though a terrifying ghost is waiting for you there too? If you stay, you discover that the coffins are spelling a message in the graveyard. A message that spells out your doom. Unless you can find the ghost who is the keeper of the sword. This is cool. Steal the sword and plunge it into the grave of the MPG. What's an MPG? You'll have to find out yourself, but hurry. The ghosts are moving closer and closer. You're in control of this scary adventure. I am not in control. You are in control of this scary adventure. I make no decisions. You decide what will happen and how terrifying the scares will be. Start on page 1, then follow the instructions at the bottom of each page. You make the choices. So take a deep breath, cross your fingers, and turn to page 1 now to give yourself goosebumps. Goosebumps. Curse of the Creeping Coffin by R.L. Stine. Everybody ready? Awesome. I'm bored, you moan. I'm so bored I could eat flies just to see how they taste. Flies have germs, your grandmother replies. It is a hot, sticky day in the middle of July. You plop down into a creaky old chair in your grandmother's kitchen. And then you think about the foibles, the tests, and tribulations of life as you look at her denture cream. No. Your parents dropped you off yesterday after they left for vacation, and already you could die of boredom. Your grandmother's old dog, Sparkle, yawns loudly. He crawls under the table, and moments later he begins to snore. I know just how you feel, Sparkle, you say. You sigh loudly. Why don't you go outside and find something to do, your grandmother suggests. She looks up from the pie she's been baking and nods toward the backyard. Go out there, you think? In her backyard? No way. You glance out the window. It's probably 90 degrees in the shade, but you shiver. Your grandmother's house is right in front of an old cemetery. Rows and rows of old, crumbling tombstones sit just beyond the edge of her backyard. But that's not what scares you. What scares you is that the tombstones have been moving. You noticed it right after you arrived yesterday. You saw the tombstones from your bedroom window on the second floor. You could tell some of the graves had cool carvings on them, so you decided to go outside and take a closer look. But when you entered the graveyard, something was different. Strange. Some of the graves were out of place. Nah, can't be, you told yourself. Graves can't disappear. But still, from your bedroom window, you could have sworn there were 6 or 7 graves in the back row, and now there's only 3. Nah, you must have counted wrong. You decided to forget and went to bed. But when you woke up this morning and glanced out the window, the coffins had moved again. Now there were 10 in the back row, and the middle rows seemed more crowded than they were before. It's almost as if some of the graves were moving forward and some of the graves were moving backward. And there was a big traffic jam in the center. The coffins were rearranging themselves. But how and why? Go to page 3. Your grandmother taps you on the shoulder. She snaps you out of your daydream. Go on, she says. Go play outside. Outside? Out there? You shudder as you glance out the kitchen window again. Oh no, you cry. It's disappeared. What's disappeared? Your grandmother asks. The grave with the angel on it, you screech, pulling out the window. It's gone! One headstone in particular caught your eye yesterday. It had an angel carving on it. The angel looked so realistic you practically believed she could fly away. Did she fly away? Your grandmother peers out the kitchen window. Don't be a goose, she scolds you. That tombstone is still out there. You don't answer her. You can't. Your heart is pounding crazily and your mouth has gone dry. You bolt out the back door. You got to see for yourself. But in the graveyard, you discover that your grandmother is right. The tombstone with the angel isn't gone. It just moved. It had to have been the last row. Now it's up front. I'm losing my mind, you think. Losing it completely. Or are you? Find out on page 4. Ooh, I see some choices at the bottom. Rock on. You run into the back of the house shouting, Grandma, you yell. The grave with the angel on it. Your grandmother interrupts you. You don't have to shout, dear. I haven't got a miracle ear or anything. I'm not holding a brass horn to my ear. The angel, she looks up from her pie crust. That's a nice one. Let me see. Who was buried there? Oh, yes. That's Elmira Martin's grave. Before you can explain about the moving gravestones, a voice on the other side of the room makes you jump. The name is Elvira Martin, the voice said sharply. Not Elmira. You could never get my name right. Your mouth drops open. A strange woman now stands in the doorway that leads from the kitchen to the hall. A very strange woman. Because she isn't a living, breathing woman. She's a ghost! Grandma, you begin. But from the way your granny is humming to herself, you can tell that she doesn't see or hear this strange new visitor. And don't you stare at me, you pathetic little wretch, she says, pointing at you, or you'll be sorry. What are you going to do? Suddenly you're living in a haunted house. You have 2 choices to make. If you run outside, turn to page 18. If you talk to the ghost, turn to page 25. So, the question is, do you believe in ghosts? Do you think that ghosts deserve your time? Do you think that you could even speak to a ghost? Would they even register your voice? Understand what, I guess in this case, the 20th century would be like? Are you strangely attracted to this ghost? I mean, her name was Elvira, right? I mean, that totally conjures up Elvira, like, instantly. Let's see, who else is here? Robin's here. I think I saw Alethea's here, too. Awesome. Okay, we have 2 votes already. Got 2 for 25, which is you talk to the ghost. Let's see. Ooh, oh boy. Oh, boy. This is going to be a landslide. Yeah, usually we have some devil's advocates around here. Betty's going to make out with the ghost. Oh, boy. Now he's going for 25. Lick that ghost, Angela says. All right. It would just be silly now to even keep going. We're going for 25. It's a landslide. Okay, we're turning to page 25, and we are going to talk to, lick, make out with the ghost. Josh is in on it, too. Let's see here. And apparently, it's been coined Diabolical Mondays. I'm not against that. Let's see here. Why are you here? You ask the ghost, but your grandmother thinks you're talking to her. You know why I'm here, your grandmother answers. I live here. Don't be such a goose. For some reason, your grandmother can't see Elvira. You've always wanted to have a special... Okay, sorry about that. I thought this said you've always wanted to have a special kill. It says special skill. Sorry about that. You've always wanted to have a special kill, but ghost spotting wasn't what you had in mind. You try to think of a way to ask Elvira a question without your grandmother thinking you're completely crazy, but you can't. So you just keep staring at the ghost. She glares at you a moment and motions for you to follow her. You watch as she floats into the hall and up the stairs towards your room. Oh, boy. Hey, they were licking her and shit. What do you expect? Follow a ghost, you think? Are you nuts? Just the idea gives you a chill. All right, so here we go again. If you follow the ghost, turn to page 49. If you race out of this house fast and go home, turn to page 30. So here we go. I know, not to put too fine a point on it, but if anyone's read Betty's work, it's a natural what's going to happen next. Let's see here. Everybody's saying boom chicka bow wow. It's just the ectoplasm is going to be flying everywhere. Let's see. 49. Josh John, the 49. Robin, Angela. Oh my God, everybody's into it. This is the, let's see here. Hot ghost MILF action, follow. Lord have mercy. Is the ghost of a spider? Oh boy. Holy crap. Okay. It's no contest. We're going again. We are going to page 49 to see what, is it still necrophilia if it's like this corporate thing? I don't know. I'm sure there's a name for it somewhere. You follow Elvira to your room on the second floor. The moment you step into the bedroom, she slams the door. Then she whirls around to face you. Her eyes turn green and begin to glow. You back up, stumbling, and fall onto the bed. You little wretch, she says. I don't want any trouble from you, buddy. Sparks seem to fly from her flashing green eyes. You shrink back into the pillows. Then Elvira glances around the room. Yes, she says. This will do nicely. What do you mean, you stammer? Yeah, this is happening. Elvira floats toward... This reminds me of that part in Ghostbusters where Ray's dreaming and then he's got some kind of weird admiral's coat on. Then all of a sudden his fly starts opening and shit. Yeah, this is really reminding me of that. I mean, if this is this guy's first time, it could be so much worse to get some spectrophiliac, thank you, Mr. Gully, spectrophiliac action from Elvira Martin. Oh boy. Elvira floats toward the bed.
Rocksteady said she's going to write a book about spectrum.
I'm not surprised. She hovers over you. I'm taking over this room now, she tells you. Get out! Ain't that about a bitch? Who divorced? I missed that. Damn it. You would love... Okay, that's weird. I think that old RL was trying to avoid a scene. Why the hell would she slam the door behind him and then want him out of there? That's just silliness. You would love to leave, but you're shaking... You would love to leave, but you're shaking too hard to get up. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe we ought to go through these Goosebumps things and do slight edits on it. This could get really interesting real fast. I could take out a few words here, and it would get a lot more interesting. You would love to leave, but you are shaking too hard to get up. Besides, you have to find out what's going on. Elvira is the only one who can explain it to you. Please, you beg. Just tell me why you're here. Why are the graves moving? That's not exactly what you should be asking her right now, I don't think. Buddy boy. Whatever the hell your name is. I guess that's our name. I guess that he's us. Shut up, she screeches, and get off that bed. I want to lie down. I haven't slept in a bed in 51 years. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean she hasn't been in one. Uh-oh, you realize. You aren't just dealing with a ghost here. You're dealing with a ghost in a very bad mood and in the grip of Spanish fly. No. Just in a very bad mood. You better do what she says on page 72. Good golly. Man, I thought that guy was going to have a hair-raising experience. You jump up from the bed. Elvira lies down, neatly spreading her white satin dress on the covers. Damn! I bet this guy was thinking this shit the whole time. It's just so easy. Her long red hair fans out across the pillow. Sounds just like Elvira. Cassandra Peterson, flat out red hair. You know this, man. Ah, she says, a real bed. She shuts her eyes. You hope she doesn't sleep too long. You have so many questions to ask her. And you hope she'll be in a better mood when she wakes up. She dozes for exactly 2 minutes. Okay, so he's saying she dozes for exactly 2 minutes, which means you've got this kid standing over this woman in a satin dress spread out on the bed, staring at her for 2 minutes. 2 minutes is a long fucking time. Sorry. Then her eyes pop open. You notice they aren't glowing green anymore. Ah, Elvira says, that's better. Now that she's awake, you're not sure how to begin. You're almost too freaked out to speak, but you have to know. Why are the graves moving, you ask? What's going on? It's the curse of the creeping coffins, the ghostly woman answers. And we're moving into this house. All of us. All of us? Gulp. What does that mean? Well, hopefully it means that the cast of Lust for a Vampire and or The Vampire Lovers are moving in. If anyone's seen those fantastic movies. 106. What do you mean, all of you? You manage to stammer. You asked too many questions. Uh-oh. Elvira's pissed again. Don't get in our way, and maybe, just maybe, we will let you live. She soars up over your head and glares down at you. And don't you go talking to that ghost hunter McFarling either, Elvira adds. And next instant, she floats backward and disappears into the wall. McFarling? A ghost hunter? You are startled by loud, coming footsteps above you. You glance up to the ceiling. The light fixture is shaking. It sounds as if the whole crowd wearing clunky boots is stomping around in the attic. Who could it be? Choices. If you want to find out about McFarling, turn to page 16. If you want to find out who's in the attic, turn to page 85. I think that this is a tough one. I think that maybe he sets these up so you have a couple of flat-out gimmies in the beginning, and then the real choices come up in the third or fourth one, because I think this is definitely a choice to be made. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Betty. She totally handed him that shit. All right. Attic. 4 attics. Holy crap. This is going to be like...
It's 85.
Oh, there we go. Tom Golly bringing up the... Yeah, awesome. McFarling, flat out. Burn that fucking house down, she says. But yeah, Elvira Martin's dishing out blue balls, which some people say is a myth. I don't know. Let's see here. I'll give it a second. This one, we have a little bit of a differing opinions on this one this time. So we'll see what shakes loose.
Is the attic 85?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch, no doubt about it. But wait, is that like 8 or 9? I think I missed some.
1, 2,
Holy shit balls.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? All right, I guess we're going to 85. We want to see who's in the attic, despite the blue balls. You decide to find out who's making all the noise in the attic. And you're kind of pissed that you didn't make any noise in your bedroom. You glance around for something to use. I made that last part up. You glance around for something to use as a weapon. Let's see. Your grandmother has doilies, a rocking chair, pillows, not much to choose from. Granted, if that lady was around during the Depression, she's got a baseball bat under the bed somewhere. Finally, you pick up a piece of rope that your mom used to tie your suitcase. Yeah, right. Yeah. Piece of rope that she used to tie your suitcase closed. Why can't I say suitcase? What the fuck? Well, it's kind of like earlier this week, Paul had kind of put this notice out that he couldn't say peculiar and something together.
He's in here. He'll probably tell you.
Yeah, Paul, I can't remember what you couldn't say in a row, but it wasn't. I didn't have a problem. Let's see. You have no idea how a piece of rope could help, but it's all you've got. The pounding of heavy feet over your head makes you wonder if you're making a mistake. But you have to find out who or what is in the attic. Slowly, very slowly, you climb the stairs. Dust from the attic steps stirs in the air and makes you sneeze. You say loudly, shit. All at once, the stomping stops. The door to the attic bangs open. No! You scream when you see what's at the top of the stairs. I could go to page 92. Oh, yeah, Pecan's peculiar. Sorry, dude. Should I go 92? Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. I have to, but I was just letting them hang. You can't believe your eyes. At the top of the attic stairs is a ghost horse. Oh, good golly. All right.
It's a horse doing in an attic.
Oh, boy. A huge wild stallion. This does not take away the previous feeling about this book at all whatsoever. A huge wild stallion with its mane flying behind it. Foam drips from the stallion's mouth. Its eyes are wild with fury. The horse backs up a step, then rears up and lets out a terrible angry cry, which I am not even going to try to do. Its hooves crash down, clomping loudly on the attic floor. Wait a minute, you think. Was there a horse buried in the cemetery? Then you remember. An extra-large grave with a headstone that read, "Here lies glory, too wild for the riders of this world." No kidding, you think. This horse looks like a killer. Quick, you're going to be trampled unless you do something. But what? All right. If you jump on Glory and ride him, Jim and Netley, trigger, turn to page 126. If you use the rope to lasso him, turn to page 54. Oh, so this kid's going to all of a sudden turn this thing into a lasso. Or lasso, as David, that one guy, David Attenborough said. We've been watching Planet Earth for a couple of days. Lasso. You jump on Glory and ride him, turn to page 126. If you use the rope to lasso him, turn to page 54. So we got a couple of jumps. 126 here. 54.
I feel like our first step's coming.
Yeah, this definitely might be one of those things where it could be a bad move. At least you get to ride something, but on pish. Yeah. I knew Emily was gonna come out for that one. Feeling cute, my wrangle a ghost horse. Bam! I got the best audience ever. There's no doubt about it. Awesome. Hey, Natalie, that's not even an option, but I get what you're saying. Let's see here. Lasso, throw that glory hole in the rope around that horse's neck.
Stu wants to do too.
Lasso? Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Creeping up on a tie. Yeah, ride it. Whatever, she says. This is the part in the show when I remind our listeners that even though this is a children's book, the show is not necessarily for children. It happens. I try to keep it mostly clean. As the night goes, huh?
Try to see if we can find an adult novel like that.
An adult? Okay. All right. That is the homework. That is the mission for everyone.
She wants to make one with you.
Oh, God. Yeah, Betty, we'll talk about this later, too. But if anyone can find a triple X, a triple X choose your own adventure book, we are doing it. We are doing it. You guys have got to find it. That would be a blast. Totally. And we'd put all kinds of, we put all the necessary disclaimers out there. Betty Rocksteady. The past is just so boring that I just watch old Popeye and Betty Boop cartoons all the time. What a confusing genius she is. It's difficult to get a hold on her. You can't rule anything out. She just flips the script just constantly. Fucking spiders and skeletons and God knows what all. There's jellyfish flying out of the sky. Anyway, sorry. Okay, looks like we're riding glory. Let's see here. Yeah. Going to page 126. You know that there's a part of a toilet called never mind.
What, the glory hole?
No, it's not part of a toilet. It's an electrical supply called a horse cock.
No, I don't know what that is.
As the ghost horse charges at you. You flip me over?
Oh, yeah.
Flip me over, Daddy. As the ghost horse charges at you, grab his mane and pull yourself onto his back. Yeehaw! Ride him, cowboy! There's only one problem. Instant later, the horse turns left. And a left turn from your grandmother's attic stairway only goes one place. Straight through the stairway wall. And then outside, you grip Glory's mane even tighter and shut your eyes. Okay, you think? Makes sense. A ghost horse can ride through walls, but can you? Bam! Guess not. And that's why when you open your eyes again, you're still riding Glory. You and your ghost horse charge through the moonlit sky as you will for eternity. As it said on his tombstone, Glory was too wild for the riders of this world. But face it, you aren't of this world anymore. Those days have come to an end. Death by Ghost Horse.
Ran into the wall too hard.
And not in the way you would think. Suburban Kitten Adventure. Choose Naughty Adventure. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Okay, you guys. We are dead. And still riding the ghost horse. So, the question is, do you want to go the other direction? Or, what? Yeah. Oh, okay. Do you want to go the other direction? Or you want to go a little bit further back and make another decision? It's completely up to you.
Died quick.
We died quick this time. That's been kind of unusual lately. We usually been holding out for a little while. Let's see. Holy cats, dude. I don't know. It's completely up to you guys. You're dead from faceplant. That's right. The horse was just too powerful between your legs, I guess. At first, I thought those 3 coffins that Emily put up were corn dogs. I think I'm hungry. Okay, so the question is, let's see. We went to...
That was a quick ending for how many choices we did. We didn't do that many.
Go back to McFarling. He kills ghosts. That's an idea. Let's see.
You went at last of the ghosts? Go back to McFarling? I think that's
Actually, we have to go back a little bit further. Went to 85, and then it just went straight to 92. So we have to go back to...
I think Betty's getting off.
Who? Oh, night, Betty. Thank you so much for stopping by. You classed it up, just as always. A real bed, 106. See, it took a bunch of turns before we had a choice. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the choice between McFarling. Okay, so let's go to McFarling. Page 16.
Is this the ghost hunter?
Yeah, we're gonna check on the ghost hunter because anything else is just the. See you, Josh. She gets. Oh my God. Okay. We're gonna find out about McFarling. A ghost hunter. This is exactly what you need. But how are you gonna find this McFarling guy? You dash out of your room and run downstairs as fast as you can. You run back into the kitchen. Grandma, you gasp, almost out of breath. Do you know someone named McFarling? Oh, don't go talking to me about Mac McFarling, she says. That loon, he came around here last month, told me he thought my house would be haunted soon. Said something about a curse. Can you imagine that? I don't want you going anywhere near that man. Let's face it. Granny's not going to be much help. So you're racing to the hall where she keeps her telephone books. Okay. I think I need to say something. I don't know. I think that everybody here ought to know what a telephone book is. I don't have to go too much, but just in case, there used to be this book that they passed out all the time that had telephone numbers in it, and it would help you out. So you're racing in the hall where she keeps her telephone books. You flip through the yellow pages. On a hunch, you look up ghosts. Bingo, there he is, under Ghost Exterminations. I'm glad we went back. Mac McFarling, Ghost Hunter. There may be hope after all. As long as you can get out of the house before Elvira finds out what you're doing. Shh. Tiptoe out the door to page 33. Oh, boy. Luckily, everything in your grandma's small town is within biking distance. 20 minutes later, you've biked over to Mac McFarling's office, which happens to be located in his garage. You knock on the side door of the garage. Come in, a voice calls. You yank open the door. Wow, you think when you see him. Mac McFarling has frizzy, kinky blonde hair sticking out all over his head. He's wearing 6 earrings, a nose ring, and a pair of heavy black frame glasses with a blue lens in them. He's about 20 years old. So that's why your grandma didn't like him. He's cool. What's up, McFarlane asks. You look like you just seen a ghost, he laughs. Sorry, just a little bit of ghost hunting humor. You explain about Elvira and that she told you the ghosts are going to take over your grandmother's house. I've been expecting this, McFarling says, shaking his head. I tried to ward your grandmother. Can you help us, you plead? His eyes are hidden behind the blue lenses. You can't tell what he's thinking. Will Mac McFarling help you? Find out on page 37. He tells you to go get fucked. No. Suddenly, McFarling swings into gear. He picks up a strange electronic box and heads for the door. Come on, he says. We gotta hurry. Let's go. Finally, someone who can help you. You feel better already. And he kind of looks like Egon. McFarling jumps into his car. An old VW Bug. You hop on your bike. What, he couldn't even shotgun? What the fuck? As you ride to your grandmother's house, he drives along beside you. He rolls down his window and talks to you the whole time. Have the gravestones been moved, dude? He asks. Yeah, you exclaim. So you're not crazy. Why are they doing that? I'm not sure, man. I've only seen them once before, but I think they're moving into position to spell out some kind of message or curse. Graves can spell? That doesn't sound possible. But you're ready to believe anything now. How can we stop them, you ask Mac. It won't be easy, he tells you, and you were afraid of that. Turn to page 45. First, McFarling explains, unzipping his fly. No, I'm just kidding. First, McFarling explains, you'll have to fight the keeper of the sword. It's one of the ghosts. You'll need to get the special sword and use it to stop the MPG. What's the MPG, you ask? The most powerful ghost, McFarling says. It's a term for the spirit who has control over the graveyard. Once you have the sword, Matt continues, you must plunge into the grave of the MPG, but you gotta hurry, because when all the graves are moved into position and spell out the message, it'll be too late. The curse will be complete, and after that, you'll never be able to get those ghosts back in those graves again, dude. Your head is spinning from what Mac just told you, but you nod as if you understand. You've arrived at your grandmother's house. I just keep looking over at these comments. They're cracking me up. McFarling stops his car and hops out. You get off your bike and park it. McFarling faces your grandmother's house and switches on the funky electronic box he's been carrying. Red dials light up. Then you hear a loud beeping sound. Uh-oh, dude, McFarling says. Major trouble. Give me $1. Okay. If you give McFarling $1, turn to page 57. If you refuse to give him money, turn to page 74. Fuck you, dude. Get your own goddamn money. Does this kid have $1? He probably has $1. I don't know. He's at his grandmother's house. You got to be able to kick over some kind of glowing radioactive Jesus clock. There's probably a... Are you guys even drinking tonight? I think they're just... I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't tell if they're inebriated or not. But let's see. If you give McFarling $1, turn to page 57. If you refuse to give him money, turn to page 74. Natalie Brown not giving the ghost guy $1. I, of all people, know that's not your style. Let's see here. Give him the... No monies. Yes. She's saying, absolutely not. Uh-oh, this might be a tie here. Give the guy $1 for Christ's sake. It's only $1. If you never... Oh, yeah. If you're good at something, never do it for free. He'll sign... Are you kidding? Mac McFarlane knows where the shit is. He knows where the good stuff is. Swiping money from Nana's purse. Uh-oh. Give him $1. Everybody. I mean, I guess I'm just kind of curious now about why this guy would need $1. Maybe he has to. No, I mean, this sounds like a suburban situation. So I doubt he's got to pay a meter or anything. And he said $1. He didn't say, do you have any change? So this is going to be interesting. Let's see. I'm not waiting around. We are giving the guy $1. Turn to page 57. Monsieur McFarlane. You. Oh, okay. Whoa, I almost read the wrong page. That would have been good. Maybe I should just go around and read the opposing page. Oh, Elvira's a hooker. You reluctantly... Oh, sorry. I'm responding to comments. You reluctantly hand... Reluctantly... I'm sorry. I'm thinking of that Cake song now. You know that one? Go in the distance.
At the starting line.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
And burning.
Turning and burning. Boom, pack, boom. That's a good fucking song. Sorry. I am out of it right now. I did have a nap earlier. If you want to go to sleep, and not because it's boring, it's totally interesting, but Planet Earth is so serene. That show is so fucking serene because it's always showing like oceans and there are like animals running and flocks of birds and stuff. It's great. And I was totally, I wasn't.
Doesn't Morgan Freeman do the voice too?
No, it's David Attenborough.
Was it?
You reluctantly.
Morgan Freeman does one of them. Was it the Penguins?
March of the Penguins, I think. I even have that. I've never even watched it. But then again, I don't smoke weed. I mean, I guess there's a connection. You reluctantly hand... Damn it, that fucking song's in my head forever now. You reluctantly hand McFarlane $1 bill. He folds $1 in half twice. Then he jams it into a tiny slot of the electric box. A minute later, the beeping stops. The box spits the $1 back out. Thanks, McFarlane said. The spirit counter was jammed. Okay? He gives the $1 back to you. Weird, you think, but it seems to have worked. Then McFarlane stares at the red dials of his machine. Bad news, kid, McFarlane says finally. By my count, there are 10 ghosts in that house already. That's way over my limit, dude. You are on your own. He starts back to his car. Wait a minute, you call after him. You can't leave me here. Please, you got to help me. McFarlane hesitates for a minute. Then he shrugs. All right, he says, this is what I'm willing to do. I'll make you a map of the graveyard. Let's go. A map of the graveyard? What for, you wonder? But you don't ask questions. You just follow Mac into the cemetery and do what he tells you. An hour later, you've got a drawing of the first 4 rows of tombstones. To see the map, go to 127. Ooh, I'm going to need Bookcam on this one.
An actual picture?
Yeah. I missed it the first time around.
That's going to be a second.
It's going to be a second. That is not what I want to hear out of Andrew Moore. Yeah, I miss Ben too, but I figured there was a good reason for it. That he wasn't around, so I didn't want to ask. Is it pretty clear?
You can get closer.
Well, I don't want to open the book too much because I don't want to crack anything up.
All right.
Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to... Grandma's house is kind of going north, so I'll read it as if you were looking out Grandma's window. From the left, Patrick Unger, Thomas Owen, Rachel Young. The next row from the left, Jane Luckmeyer, John Luckmeyer, Elizabeth Ives, Seymour Butts, Ben Wong. The next row is only 2. Oh! Gregory Ives and Mary Dawson. What are the odds, dude? Oh my God. That's not that big of a deal. The next row from left to right: Robert North, Chester Ottoman, Nancy Ottoman, and Archibald Swope. He's a pimp. And then it says the rest of the graveyard. So keep those in your head. And they're these cool, like, moon. There's a moon out and bats flying every which way. Turn to page 65. It'd be awesome if I would have opened this book up and there was a centerfold. You guys would have loved it. Yeah, dude, everybody loves you. Every once in a great while, we need to have your mic happening.
Leave me alone about what? What are they talking about?
I don't remember. Oh, when I said it, you're going to take a second.
Oh.
65. Thanks, Stu. I couldn't have done without you. You stare down at the map of gravestones in your hands. You wonder how it can possibly help. Big trouble, Max says, peering over your shoulder. The message is already almost completely spelled out. What message, you asked, puzzled. Look at these first 4 rows, he said, pointing at the paper. The rest of the graves don't even matter. That's why I didn't put them on the map. Take a pen and circle the first letter of the last name on each tombstone. It spells out a message. Don't you see? No, you don't see, and you won't see until you do it. So do it. Turn to the map on page 127 and circle the last letter of the last name on each tombstone. It will spell out a message or part of one. Okay. First letter of the last name on each tombstone. You will die soon. See, I wasn't even looking for a puzzle. I would have gotten that in 2 fucking seconds.
But you didn't.
But I didn't, because I wasn't looking for it. That's my own damn problem, I guess. See, that should tell you, folks, always look for a damn code, because chances are it's there. And I mean that sincerely. Always look for a code.
How's that working? That worked out for you.
Didn't know. Let's see. 91. Oh no, you gasp. I guess I kind of sound like your grandma. Oh no, you gasp. You stare at the map and at the message spelled out on the gravestones. You will die soon, it says. So that's a terrible message the graves are moving around to spell. And is the you? Is the curse directed to your grandma? Either way, it's super bad news. It could be your damn neighbor, too. See, Angela, we won't, well, we might die. We already have died, but we may not die again. And they will choose wisely. Mac, you say, there's only 1 letter missing. Only 1 more coffin has to creep into place, and then the curse will be complete, Mac says. He turns to walk back to his car. Wait, you call after him. He stops, but only long enough to pull out a business card. Here, dude, he says. Call me after you defeat the Keeper of the Sword. Then I'll tell you what to do next. Holy fuck. This guy sucks, man.
Maybe he's a ghost himself.
Ah, that's a point. Andrew interjected that he might be a ghost on his own. Let's see. Shit. Oh, okay. Then he jumps back in his VW Bug, leaving you standing in front of your grandmother's house. Oh, he calls as he starts to drive off. 2 things to remember. Please be sure to find out the name of the Keeper of the Sword and stay away from the Luckmeyer twins. Luckmeyer twins, you think? If you've met the Luckmeyer twins already, turn to page 8. If you haven't met them, turn to page 64. Have we met the Luckmeyer twins, is the question.
We have not.
I guess this is kind of a thing where you're just making up your own history. If we have met the Luckmeyer twins, we're going to page 8. If we haven't, turn to page 64. I have a feeling that this is going to be the longer of the 2. I think this is gonna go somewhere pretty easily.
You're gonna die.
No, I don't think we're gonna die. Not yet, anyway. We're just gonna. This will be like the Scolari brothers. They'll just like strangle us to death.
Come play with us.
Come play with us. Billy. What's that kid's name?
Tommy, I think?
No, it's not Tommy.
Is it Timmy?
No, it's not Timmy either. Damn it, Danny. Come play with us, Danny. Yeah, you were close, I guess. It feels like a trap. She says, swipe a tombstone. Have we met the Luckmeyer twins or not? If we have, we're going to page 8. And if we haven't, we're going to page 64. So, I mean, I'm not so sure this is an actual question that's geared towards the human beings that are doing this stuff. Let's see. Nope, not feeling social. That's one. Thanks for the save, Emily. I think I came up with it, though. I should be drinking at least during these, right? I should be imbibing some kind of big hoard of mead or something. Anyone? Have we met the Luckmeyer twins already or what? I can't tell if we're on a lag or just no one's answering. Check and see if we're
Still alive?
stopped or something, because I can't see any answers. And these people...
We're still good.
Okay. No, I'm not. I'm sober as a sober judge. If you know what I mean.
Alright, so I switched it over, so let's see.
No, we haven't. Okay. I'm just gonna... Damn it. Now they're answering.
I mean, it takes it a minute. See, like, I switched it over right when I came back in here. And still
Okay. 1, 2... Where are the ghost poster cards? I still got them here.
Okay,
Somewhere.
Come on.
I still got them here. Yeah, I can do that. Let me see. This is kind of a little bit of a... This isn't the most... This isn't the most... What'd you say now?
This is more ghosty.
Yeah, since this is more ghostly, I should have had him out to begin with. I'd have to say, Robin, in all honesty, I think that we could come up with something 10 billion times better than anything Cards Against Humanity's got. Every time I've played that, all I could think was like, man, we could have come up with something better than that. Now, let's see here. All right. I'm holding up against my head. I'm thinking of it really, really deeply. I'm seeing it in my mind, floating around, replicating itself, folding in upon itself. So, tell me what it is. And let's see. All right. We're going 64. We don't know these fucking guys. We got one for circle. Circle, star. What did I say? 65? 64. Keep away from the Luckmeyer twins. That should be easy. No problem. The twins are a pretty easy spot. Then it hits you. Do they always stick together? Are they guys or girls? How old are they? No way to know. Maybe this would be more difficult than you thought. You slink into your grandma's house. You feel creepy knowing the place is loaded with ghosts. And how are you going to find the keeper of the sword? You don't have a clue. Your head swims as you wander up to the second floor. Bam! A door bangs open. Nearly hits you in the head. You jump back and peer into a hall closet. Don't go in there! A voice behind you warns. You whirl around and see a ghost. He's a teenager from another time. He's dressed in an old-fashioned black velvet suit with a frilly white shirt. His hair is slicked back and combed neatly behind his ears. He's smiling, but it's a sneaky smile. Should you listen to him? If you stay out of the... Oh, boy, here we go. If you stay out of the closet, turn to page 12. If you see what's in the closet, turn to page 26. So are we coming out of the closet or what? Is the major question. Oh, by the way. 3 squiggly lines.
Water, right?
So, I'm going to look at another. I'm going to think about it. And it twirls in my mind. It's just twinning itself, constantly vortexing into oblivion. Pull it from my mind. Okay. So, let's see. We got 12. See what's in the closet. 26. Come on out of that closet. Come on, Althea. What the hell? Does that mean go in or stay out? I'm taking that as go in. See what's in the closet. Square. Star. Star. That all we got? Because looks like see what's in the closet wins. 26. The closet is fabulous. You're going to trust a ghost? No way! Who knows what he's got up his ruffled sleeves? This ghost doesn't want you to see what's in the closet. You bet it's something that can help you unhaunt your grandmother's house. You peer into the dark closet and you don't see anything. You glance back at the ghost. He seems nervous. Good. So you walk right into the closet. Ah! There's nothing under your feet but air. You desperately try to grab a hold of something, anything, but it's no use. You're falling down, down, down into darkness. See, your grandmother has turned this closet into a clothes chute. She opens the door and tosses her dirty laundry in. The clothes fall straight down to the basement. That's where the washer is. And it's a 2-story drop. Get the picture? Now, how would you like to be washed? Hot water or cold? With or without bleach? Because it's time to clean up your act, kid. You're all washed up in the ghost hunting business. The end. Okay. Give me the book cam real quick. Give the book cam real quick. He's not even listening to me. So, it is the plus sign. And it looks like nobody. We haven't got any damn psychics here. Or my mind is just a steel trap. And no one can see within the depths of my craziness. We are shoot. I love you, Robin. You are one. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. I couldn't ask for a better crew coming out every night. All right. It's 11:13. We've been at this for about an hour. You think we ought to give up the ghost? I don't know, man.
We just died?
Yeah. Where the hell you been?
I was trying to find a...
He put his fucking headset on. He was just out of here. What are you trying to find?
I was trying to find something.
You trying to find a little, a little Stewie, or a little, what the hell do you call him? Oh, shit. Brand, like a little brand thing?
I was trying to find something that would do a negative into a positive.
Oh, I see.
I want to do the ghost thing.
Oh, like a poll?
No, like a messing up, video messing up.
Oh, that would be slick. Okay, I don't want to talk too much about that. That would be neat as a surprise. Okay, you guys, do you want to keep going? You want to go on and try to find another way again? Or do you want to stop? It's completely up to you. I can still go on for a minute. Can you?
Me?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
Okay. So it's completely up to you. Let's see here. 26 from 64. 64. Okay, so if you want, we can stay out of the closet and see what happens. Anyone? Bueller? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. Fuck it, I say fuck it. You decide to trust this guy. He's a little weird looking, but he seems harmless, even if he is a ghost. I'm John, the boy says. You've got to get away from here. That closet is filled with horrible spirits. Quick, Close the door and hide in the basement. You do as he says, slamming the door hard. Then you run down the stairs to the kitchen, then into the basement. Why down here, you wonder, as you look around the damp, grungy old basement beneath your grandmother's house? You've never liked this place. It's cold, it's dark, but even worse are the big, ugly crickets. You pussy. They get in from outside through the cracks in the basement walls. They hop over the basement. Crickets are awesome. You hate them. How come we have to hide down here? That's when you realize that John isn't with you. John, you call? Bam! You whirl around, the basement door slams shut, and click and lock. The ghost has locked you in, which means he can move shit with his mind like Patrick Swayze. Help, you cry. Let me out! You turn to see if there's another way out of the basement. Gross! Those disgusting crickets are hopping everywhere. There must be hundreds of them. Their chirping is enough to drive you freaking crazy. They hop down from the windowsills. They jump up and down the stairs. They pounce from the sink to the floor. They go up to the floor from a chair. Jump, 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 jump. Ah! One lands on your head. Yuck! You scream. You swipe at your head. Get off me! More green. I hope these crickets eat him fucking alive. That would be awesome. Or I guess you guys. I hope he eats you guys alive. Yuck. You bang on the basement door. Let me out of here. You hear John snickering on the other side. What a creep, you think. Then it dawns on you. Hey, John, you call through the door. What's your last name? Luckmeyer, the ghost answers. Figures. Mac McFarlane was right. Uh-oh, John Luckmeyer mumbles on the other side of the basement door. Here comes trouble. What now? You've had enough trouble already in the form of a teenage ghoul. Which I don't agree with. Ghouls are really super specific. It's not just a ghost. Oh, man. Another cricket plops on your head. Let me out. You yell again, pounding on the door. Immediately, the door swings open. Uh-oh, the ghost was right. Trouble has arrived in a big way. It's your grandma, and she's steaming mad. What in heaven's name are you going up to? Your grandmother scolds. You glance past her into the kitchen to see what she means. The whole place is a mess. Flour is scattered all over the place. Pots and pans are stacked on the floor. Every single item that was in the refrigerator is sitting on the kitchen counter. What on earth have you done? Your grandma demands, pointing at the huge mess. Behind her back, you see the ghostly John Luckmeyer with a big grin plastered all over his smirking fucking face. Quick, what are we going to tell her? If you decide to make up a story, turn to page 71. If you tell the truth, turn to page 72. Or, sorry, 102. 112. Motherfucker. Sorry. If you decide to make up a story, turn to page 71. If you tell the truth, go to page 112. My pies, you little fuck. I should have killed your mother and father in the womb. I guess she wouldn't have had both of his mother and father. Okay. I'm thinking of this very hard. Very, very hard. I see it swirling. I see it moving within itself. Twirling around. Phasing in and out of joint. It's wonderful. It's such a hypnotic movement throughout my mind. Read it if you dare. All right. Poltergeist 112. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Make up something. Oh! I'm going through infinity!
They don't see that.
Oh.
They saw it when you were talking.
Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry. Oh, dude, you didn't even you didn't, like, give a disclaimer or anything. Somebody's probably shaking on the other end right now.
Think about that.
Like, frothing into fucking madness.
Do people have that? I'm sorry.
Do people have... Oh, my God.
No, I mean, like,
Do people have epilepsy? Fuck. Okay, let's see here. All right, so we have 1 for making up a story and 2 for telling the truth. So is this going to be the choices? What's up? Let's see. Fuck them. They shouldn't be watching the damn computer if they got that shit anyway. Make up a story. Damn it! Now we're tied. What do you say, Andrew? Make up a story or lie, or make up a story. Tell the truth. Make up a story or lie.
I was like, isn't it the same thing?
Well, epilepsy is for the weak. I call it spontaneous dance party. Oh my God, Robin ought to be making. Please make like every bumper sticker that comes into your head. I gotta have that. I have to have that.
I say lie.
The man says lie. Okay, we're going for 71. I was trying to make dinner for you, Grandma, you say. If you told the truth, she'd think you were lying. Then you'd be in bigger trouble. That makes total sense. I remember those days. Well, your grandmother's face begins to soften. That's probably because she's having a stroke. Then John Luckmeyer floats over to you. Before you realize what he's doing, John picks up her breast. No. John picks up one of your grandmother's best china teacups. He knocks it to the floor right by your hand. The teacup lands with a horrible crash. Oh, man! You start to open your mouth to explain, but then another ghost appears on the other side of you. This one is a girl. She's wearing an old-fashioned long white linen dress. Her hair is braided, and the braids are wrapped around her head 3 times. Hello, she says with a snicker. I'm Jane Luckmeyer. Great, you think another one trapped within the friggin' Luckmeyer twins. She picks up the china saucer and goes with the teacup John just smashed. Then she tosses it like a frisbee across the room. Somehow she makes it look as if you threw it. The saucer crash lands on your grandmother's feet. That's it! Your grandmother says, go to your room! Turn to page 124. This old hag is going to kill you. And then she's going to make you into pierogi. Maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, Robin says she has a cool Diabolical Index sticker on her epilepsy helmet. That's cool. Oh, by the way. Circle. None of you care. No, that's not true.
Is there another one?
Huh?
Is there another one?
No, there's not a choice yet. You hurry into the hall and start up the stairs towards your room. But something stops you. You going the right way? Yeah. A terrible chill in the air. A cold so cold you feel as if it's going to freeze your blood and bones. An instant later, 13 howling... Oh, shit! An instant later, 13 howling ghosts appear. They float out of the walls and come towards you. They're all shapes and sizes, but they have one thing in common. They are all terrifying. No, you want to cry? This can't be happening! This guy's afraid of crickets. Fuck this guy. Your knees shake so much you almost fall down, but somehow you manage to run. Ghostly arms reach for you as race out of the front door into the front yard where the sky is growing dark. For the next 10 minutes, you huddle under a big tree trying to think. Mostly you just think one thing, get me out of here. But you know you can't go home. Your parents are away on vacation. I love it how his parents go on vacation and leave his ass. Besides, you can't leave your grandmother here all alone, not with all those creeping coffins. Which means you got to go back into that house. You've got to get rid of the ghosts. And you've got to find the keeper of the sword before it's too late. But first, you got to take a shit. No. 102. This kid's quaking in his boots. 13 ghosts, that's what I'm screaming. A cold so cold. Oh, damn. Natalie's breaking out the literary criticism on R.L. fucking Stein. That's some shit. Using the back door, you quietly slip into the house. Then you sneak up the back staircase to the second floor. You peek around the corner carefully. You don't want to run into the Luckmeyer twins. When you're sure the coast is clear, you start up the stairs towards the attic. As soon as you step into the stairway, you see a huge soldier standing at the top of the 3rd floor landing. His uniform is old-fashioned. Civil War, you guess. And judging by the medals pinned to this guy, he knows what he's doing. And what he's doing right now is pulling a sword from its holder. He doesn't even know what a damn sword holder's called. I'm with you, Natalie. The sword's about 5 feet long. The handle is mother of pearl encrusted with sapphires. The blade gleams. Even in the darkness, you can see that it's dangerously sharp. The enormous soldier points the sword at your heart. Do not advance one more step unless you are willing to die, he booms. Go on to page 104. You can't take your eyes off the sword. The longer you stare at it, the more your legs shake. Then it dawns on you. This soldier must be the keeper of the sword. So what are you going to do? Run and hide? Definitely. Trembling in fear, you start to back up. That's when you feel a sharp point sticking you in the back, right between your shoulder blades. Ow! Jesus! You try turning around. Big trouble. Behind you is another ghost. And this one's dressed in a fencing costume. White canvas pants. Wire mesh mask. Leather gloves. Aga! The new ghost says. The voice echoes all around you. Whoops. It's supposed to be a woman. I guess it doesn't matter. From the voice, you know the ghost is a woman. Then you realize something. She has a sword, too. 2 ghosts, 2 swords, both dangerous. One's in the back, one's in the front. What are you going to do? But only one has a sword that you need. Which one? If you think the fencer is the keeper of the sword, turn to page 99. If you think it's the soldier, turn to page 118. Okay. I'm thinking of this really, really hard. It's moving, swirling, replicating itself. 3-dimensional becomes 4-dimensional, becomes 5-dimensional, and then disappears in a puff of logic. Okay. Let's see. That's cool, dude. Let's see. I think it's a soldier 1. Fencing mask. Soldier. Rorschach test. I'm liking all these cool little effects you're coming up with. Are they saying any of these?
Should be.
Sweetness. Okay, 118. Soldier. I mean, the soldier does have the kind of like the Schlicker looking sword, so I don't know. Let's see. Okay, looks like the soldier wins. 118. You decide the enormous Civil War soldier must be the keeper of the sword. Let's see. You face him and the fencing ghost behind you vanishes. You can't seem to lift your eyes from the sharp blade of the soldier's weapon. Are you the keeper of the sword, you ask him, your voice trembling. No, he bellows. Then he lunges forward and charges at you. Ah! You scream in terror. You turn and run for your life down the stairs, out the front door, and into the night. But you don't look back. You don't have to. You can hear the ghostly soldier behind you, his heavy boots thud against the ground. You dash across the front yard towards the road. You manage to put some distance between you and the ghost, but then something grabs your foot. Smack. Your hands hit the gravel at the side of the road as you fall flat on your face. You glance down to see what made you fall. Just a gnarled tree root. This kid is going to die just like every other person in the slasher film. Prepare to die, the soldier shouts as he stomps towards you. Quick, rush to page 24. The Civil War soldier raises his huge sword. You quickly roll out of the way. The sword plunges into the ground. You scramble to your feet and run as the soldier wrestles the blade out of the dirt. Where can you go? What can you do? Your heart pounds as you race down the road towards the town. Maybe you can get help. Maybe the police will drive by. Maybe someone besides you will see the Civil War soldier and do something to save you. Maybe not. You see 2 choices up ahead. There's a small bridge that crosses a narrow river. Holy shit, he must have really been booking it. If you run to the bridge, maybe you can hide under it. You also see a small red barn across the street. It's behind the farmhouse across from your grandmother's house. Okay. I don't really understand which way this kid's going now. Another good hiding place. Which is it, the bridge or the barn? If you run to the bridge, turn to page 32. If you hide in the barn, turn to page 55. Okay, this was last one. So, Emily, you're in my head. And now for the next. Remember, if you're under the bridge, turn to page 32. If you hide in the barn, turn to page 55. But in this case, it's turning and weaving itself in and out of reality. I see 1,000,000 of them, 1,000,000,000,000 of them, infinite numbers of them. And then they all come back into one. I'm picturing it now. Slowly turning.
That wouldn't work out right.
Becoming itself. Okay. Barn. A lot of plunging. You're right. You are right about that. One for the barn. If you run to the bridge, turn to page 32. If you hide in the barn, 55. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. Square. If you run to the bridge, turn to page 32. If you hide in the barn, turn to page 55. Got one for the barn. Any other takers? Any other shakers? Any other magic makers? Whatever bullshit. Okay, one for 32. By all means, just make it a tie once again. I guess that's kind of a little bit of black and moist coming out right there. I'm not sure.
Yeah. For sure.
Which is it? The bridge or the barn? Let's say ham? Harn? I'm going to consider that barn. So, we're going to the barn, page 55. Ouch. You see the wild stallion again, but all you can feel is his... No, sorry. You race across the lawn and over the hill, over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house we go. You race across the lawn and over the hill to the small barn. You swing open the door. Instantly, more than 40 chickens flap down the rafters for you. Feathers flying everywhere. Achoo! Achoo! Feathers tickle in your nose. They get in your mouth. You swipe at the downy tufts. The clucking is so loud you cover your ears. Then you cover your head. Ah! You scream. The chickens are swooping in your hair. Huh? Why are they swooping towards your hair? You've heard that bats will fly at people and get tangled in your hair, but chickens? There's definitely something weird going on with these birds. Vampire chickens! Hatchling again! Get away from me, you shout. You duck and twist, trying to avoid the diving chickens. They squawk and flap their wings. One bird lands on your shoulder. Its claws dig into your clothes. Hey, you yell at it. You try shaking it off, but it clings to you. You notice the other chickens hovering nearby. You reach up to grab the stupid bird, but something stops you. Could it be? Is the chicken smiling at you? You peer closely at the bird. Uh-oh. That chicken isn't smiling. It's baring its teeth. Oh, dude. But chickens don't have teeth. They sure don't have fangs like this one. That's right, fangs. Guess what? These aren't ordinary chickens. These are vampire chickens.
Are you for real?
I'm for real, dude. I called it bigger than shit. I'm such a goofball right now. These are vampire chickens, and the bird on your shoulder is leaning closer and closer and closer. Chomp! Being bitten by a vampire chicken puts you in a foul mood. Oh well, better cluck next time. The end. Yes! Oh man. Thank God for Andrew Moore, dude. He just had like a couple of these just sitting around, and then he just ordered every freaking one to be had. Well, not every one, but there's a big old stack of them over there. Emily and all the crew. I plan on just going through the Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventures until we run out of them. Because
50 episodes.
Huh?
That's 50 episodes.
Really? 50?
That's how much they're out.
Holy shit, there are 50 of these, he says. Damn. But yeah, these are awesome. It's just a pack. Vampire chickens. You could go all night with they're just pun happy. But yeah, What a blast! These have probably been consistently the funnest ones that we've done yet. I don't think that there's really. I mean, they kind of like go up. They kind of fluctuate in
Choices and stuff.
how gruesome. I mean, like, no, I don't know. I think that these have just about the right amount of choices that I like, because even though I would prefer to have choices all the time, sometimes you do have to get a little bit of story in or whatever. Yeah, Emily, he said there are 50 of the Goosebumps ones. So we'll be on the lookout for those. And by the way, let's see. It was, got something cool?
I don't.
Plus sign. I'm positive. That's what it was. So that is totally awesome. R.L. Stine's Goosebumps. Number 8, Curse of the Creeping Coffin. Totally awesome. Yeah, I'm really pumped about finding out about these. I didn't even know they existed until he just had one laying around, or had two. He had two laying around. Actually, the Creeping Coffin was one of the ones that he already had, along with Werewolf Woods. So let's see here. He brought over the whole schmear, as they say. And, okay, so that's the purple. And there's the werewolf. Okay, so check this out. This is what we've got left in our grubby little paws right now. We've got Beware, number 6. Beware the Purple Peanut Butter. Ooh, got number 1 here. I don't know, man. That's crazy. Okay, so number 6, Beware the Purple People Eater. Number 20, Toy Terror, batteries included.
I got it because of Toy Story coming out this month.
Hotness. I'm going to put that one up. Look at that evil. Look at that evil looking bitch. That's crazy. It Came from the Internet. Number 33. Number 1, Escape from the Carnival of Horrors. So I'm probably going to put a poll. I'll put a poll up next, let's see, in 2 weeks. Or I'll do this week, Monday. So yeah, it'll be about 2 weeks when I'll put up another poll. I think this poll worked out pretty good this time around. And that way, it's totally audience choice with everything. I hope I'm saying your name right, Alethea. See you later. And Robin too. Good night. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You've really, really, really been a staunch supporter of Diabolical Index, and I appreciate it. On a Carney kick, Carnival of Horrors. I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of leery about doing number 1 right away. Since we didn't start out with that, I kind of would like to wait. But we'll see. I'll do the poll. I'll pick a couple of them and do a poll. Or maybe, I mean, can you do a poll for 4?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never tried. So maybe I'll just do a poll for 4. And then we'll see what everybody says. I know that Mark Reynolds from Pointless Discussions was disappointed. He was really looking forward to the Purple Peanut Butter on that one. As soon as he heard that evening existed, he was pumped. So, thanks everybody for coming out. There are too many names to mention. I mean, I guess Natalie, Stu, Emily, Robin, Alethea, Betty, Tom Gully from Tom Gully Show, Roman came out, Josh, Paul, Angela. I forget anyone? Me. I guess I'm forgetting me. I always forget me. I'm the least important part of all this. But yeah, thanks again, and don't forget you put in the bumper later. Or should I just talk about it again?
I can put it in back up.
Okay, that'll be good. Yeah, so I will be putting up. I'll be putting up some posts about what I'm doing next Monday when it comes to the regular entry edition. I'll be working. It's the Questionable Appendix is slow going. There's a lot of stuff to get through, and I am going to attempt to get all of the archive sussed out on there. It's going to be out of order, but I think that everybody would benefit from
I think just start
from a companion.
the last episode and then start from there, and then when you can back.
That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, and Andrew's got he knows what's up. I'm going to be doing the episodes as they happen, and then over time I'm going to put the rest of the episodes on there. It's possible that they may have a menu that'll allow me to do them out of order, but then kind of like put them in order when it comes to how you can get to them through the menu. I haven't tried it out yet. I'm learning. So I'm going to try to do with that. Definitely, as always with the show, keep your eyes peeled. You never know what'll show up. So yeah, thank you so much for coming out. Beware your human heart as always. This is Diabolical Index for June 10th, 2019, where the pages of the uncanny reside. I will be seeing hopefully all of you back next Monday for the entry edition. And hey, just like always, keep it squirrely.
Greetings, Earthlings.
Juice in the Morning here. We are unpredictable talk radio for Indianapolis. If you want to follow us on social media, our Instagram is @JuiceInTheAM. Our Twitter is @JuiceInTheAM. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Juice in the Morning. If you want to follow us personally, where can we find you, Johnny?
If you're on Twitter, you can follow me at JB_Juice in the AM. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, it's Jonathan D. Boughton. If you can't spell my last name, that's your own fault.
And since I am the Juice himself, you can follow me at Juice85OR7 on all social media. Once again, you can find us on podcast apps such as Apple Podcasts, Anchor.fm, Google Play, and you can stream us on Spotify.
Time to blast off, and we'll see you in space, bitches.
Juice in the morning. The squirrel was magic.